Dear viewers, at this moment, a tragic event has occurred. A passenger plane crashed in Kazakhstan while on its journey from Azerbaijan to Russia. The aircraft was carrying 67 passengers and 5 crew members. We have received some early details about this horrific incident. The flight from Baku to Grozni met with disaster in Kazakhstan, and we can now witness the exact moment of the plane's descent on our screens. Authorities are swiftly responding to the situation. Currently, 52 emergency personnel and 11 vehicles from the Ministry of Emergency Situations of Kazakhstan have been dispatched to the crash site. Their primary objective is to extinguish the fire that ignited at the time of impact. Once again, we would like to share an image captured by a cell phone camera at the scene of the crash. The work to extinguish the fire has begun, and our thoughts go out to all those affected by this devastating tragedy. 67 passengers and a crew of 5 are on your screens at the moment of the fall. Let's repeat that according to the first information, the plane is thought to have hit a flock of birds. There is such information. Here it is close to the runway. The plane is crashing somewhere, and let's say that a large number of teams and personnel went to the scene to intervene. According to Kazakh officials, the plane gave an emergency signal before it crashed, and we know that the Kazakhstan Ministry of Emergency Situations also stated that there were survivors in this accident, and it is stated that there are survivors from the plane in this accident, and you can see the route of the plane on the right side right now. As we said, it took off from Baku and was going to Grozni. Kazakhstan. A passenger plane crashes, 67 passengers and 5 crew members were on board the downed passenger plane. It was recorded on camera, and we have information that he sent an emergency signal and asked for emergency assistance before he fell. It was also reported that a plane belonging to the Azerbaijan Airlines was en route from Baku to Grozni in the Chechnya region of Russia. However, due to heavy fog in Grozni, the plane had to alter its course. As shown on the right, the latest recorded route of the plane formed a figure-8 shape in the air, clearly indicating the change made to avoid the foggy area. Either the plane changed course and sent an emergency distress signal before it crashed. With us, Kazakhstan's Ministry of Emergency Situations likewise shared the accident. It is stated that there are survivors. Yes, news of a plane crash in Kazakhstan has just reached us. On the left side, there are images capturing the plane's fall, while on the right side, the plane had to alter its course due to heavy fog. These incidents have left us in shock, and the gravity of the situation cannot be ignored. Once again, you glimpse the familiar pathway. Once again, coming to your screens now, of course, from this accident. Yes, first we see the airplane catching fire, maybe by friction, and then I maneuvered to the right and drifted on the ground. That he's fallen and that he's probably is, so we'll see if new images come in, which I think it might have broken apart. Now, let's say that there are 67 passengers on the plane. Let's say that there is a crew of 5, but as we said, Kazakhstan's Ministry of Emergency Situations issued a statement that there were survivors on board. Why such an explanation came? Because 52 personnel and 11 vehicles went to the scene. And so, as far as I can see, the plane crashes at a point where it will not be difficult for the personnel to reach the teams that will intervene. And I think they reached the scene of the accident quickly and after the crash. Now, I also estimate that the passengers and crew there were intervened quickly. There are also different images. Friends, if you want, we are giving them at the time of this fall. If you want, let's share them if possible. An Azerbaijani airline flight took off from Baku bound for Grozni in Russia's Chechnya region. Airplane due to dense fog. You can already see the dense fog in the image because he had to change his route maybe more than once. And when he thought it was going to crash, he sent a distress signal. A relatively small airplane with a person inside. Yes, now full images. The image was recorded on the screen in a very clear and unambiguously captured image. A breaking news development. We are relaying. Kazakhstan's Emergencies Ministry says there are survivors on board. He said.